Hey everyone, it's Radoslav here. Day 3 of Florida. Lots of learning. If you haven't seen day 1 and day 2, go check those out right now, especially day 1. You might need a refresher because we're going to touch on some points from there. Today's video is going to focus on exercising, and a huge mistake a lot of people are making in the gym that's actually hurting their gains and can really lead to an injury. So I'm going to talk about two things. One, your body, although we study in anatomy, the separation of muscles, biceps, triceps, origin, insertion, and all that, your body doesn't necessarily think of it like that. It just says, I need to reach this cup, I'm going to recruit all these muscles in unison to do the job. So, your body does is when you do something over and over and over, it creates a muscle pattern. This muscle pattern is very important. It must stem from the center and go outward. So what do I mean? I mean you need inner unit. Watch the first video if you need a refresher. Inner unit must activate to stabilize your spine, your segmental joints, must stabilize your shoulder and hip joints before big prime mover muscles take action. So split seconds before my arm takes over, my spine needs to stabilize. My shoulders need to stabilize. If my arm moves and my spine and shoulder aren't stable, my likelihood of an injury increases. My ability to generate power decreases. If you're an athlete, lower performance. If you're someone in a desk job and you're getting out of your chair, if your spine is weak, if your shoulders and hips are weak, your joints aren't being held together, you're increasing your chance of an injury. So, I'm going to show you guys an example of a squat versus a leg press. So, a squat can be done two ways. I don't have a barbell here, but we're just going to imagine if I'm doing a squat with a barbell, and I know I'm not standing, but if I have a squat with a barbell and I squat and I get down and squat and get down, my body has to stabilize my spine, has to stabilize my shoulder and my hip. It's learning this pattern so that when I do a squat, it automatically starts from the center and recruits all the muscles outwards. Very important. When you sit on a machine, like a leg press, so I'm just going to do my best here, but when you sit on a machine like a leg press, you have something here and you're laying on your back and you're pressing. So yes, it's kind of like a squat. You're using your quads, but the problem is my brain is no longer recruiting my stabilizers because the floor is stabilizing me. The body is very lazy. If the floor is stabilizing, my little stabilizing inner unit muscles aren't going to turn on. So now I'm training my big quad muscles, my outer unit, to recruit without my inner unit. And that's all fine and dandy on this machine that's stabilizing me. But when I go out into the real world, and my body has built this new pattern of recruitment to activate my big muscles without recruiting my stabilizer muscles, I go to kick a ball, or I go to step up or jump or whatever, and now this big quad muscle is pulling my hips out of line, my back out of line, and there's nothing connecting everything together so that the outer unit can work. So when you go to a gym and you train and you need functional training, this is kind of what people say, functional training. It's this. It's not sitting on a machine and isolating so much as it is teaching your body how to recruit properly so that your joints can be safe. So one is injury prevention. Two, if you're an athlete and you're looking for performance, having any leak in the system where you leak power is not good. If you work from a strong center, you can generate way more force and be safer. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment, and I'll catch you tomorrow.